So every organization says they want to future-proof their digital strategy, and it's a completely understandable thing, but nothing's ever going to be completely future-proof. What we're trying to do is not build something that's going to last forever. What we're trying to do is build a system that can cope with change, because that's the critical thing. Can we have the flexibility to deal with situations that are constantly going to be shifting with the pace of modern life? So that means having the right architecture in place. It also means having the right sort of culture and operating systems within your organization. So we're not talking about permanence, we're talking about flexibility and momentum. So when an organization doesn't take this seriously, things start to go south rather rapidly. So it's critically important that people understand how they can use systems and get good outcomes from them. If that starts to not happen, then people start doing workarounds. If a system isn't designed to suit the people and working for them, then what ends up happening is people end up having to work around and work for the system. That has a load of downsides in terms of manual workflows, in terms of inefficiencies. In the context of marketing, it means as a campaign, it's much harder to get things out, it's harder to change content, but more importantly, overall as a business, you start to erode trust that digital can actually create positive change, and that kills momentum. Okay, so Optimizely fits into this picture really well. So from a digital experience platform, it's great because in terms of future-proofing, while nothing can be future-proof forever, it's absolutely heading in the right direction. According to Forrester and Gartner, it's a leader, it's been a leader for several years, and it's consistently investing in its own development. The second thing is it's not just a product, it's an ecosystem. So it's got a whole series of products that work really well together, but also you can swap in, swap out. I don't want to talk too much about composable and all that side of things, but from a leader's perspective, it offers a huge opportunity to not be constrained and tied in. It gives you that opportunity to have flex and build. The third thing is that it's got experimentation baked into it at its heart in terms of iterating, improving and making things better over time, which is critical for a digital strategy and moving things forward. Then it's perfect. So every leader is stuck with that particular challenge. How do I get things through? How do I make a transformative difference in my organization? So some of the things that we would encourage is, first of all, don't try and boil the ocean. Have things which are going to give you clear initial wins to build some momentum up. The second thing is then have a really clear picture of where you want to get to. Have a digital vision and have an operating model that will support that digital vision. So you can then get all of the buy-in from stakeholders and use that to galvanize and build the momentum behind it. And then lastly, I would say get experimentation, which allows you to have the right data to support and give evidence and back up that what you're doing is actually working. For somebody wanting to get started here, they're going to be experienced in digital, they're going to know what they want to achieve, and so they'll have some kind of idea and a picture of what success looks like. But I would really encourage them to put that in place in a formal framework and have really clear KPIs, not just that they're working to, but also that they have for their digital solution. That's critical, so getting a KPI framework in place, and then also trying to put some things in place that actually are going to build the team dynamic. So the reason that we love Optimizely is because it creates a great editor experience as well as a great customer experience. And then the third thing is just make sure that you're actually giving yourself more options for the future. So always make decisions that give you more flexibility and freedom in the future, not less. So Optimizely in that scenario is great because it's got an ecosystem of products. It's not just one product, which then allows us to swap in, swap out, and just gives you that flexibility and freedom for the future.